So welcome back to JB Reviews. Today we're going to do a review on my very first Forest River Cedar Creek Silverback, and the model number on this one is 35 LFT. Now I say this all the time, but I gotta tell you, this is the best bunkhouse I have ever seen. Now this has basically a den and a bunkhouse, and surprisingly the pin weight that is advertised is actually at 2,000 pounds, so you may be able to tow this with a single rear wheel 1-ton truck. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now one thing for certain is this is a big fifth wheel. I will say it's 41 foot long. It is 102 inches wide, so this is considered a wide body. And they do have a Rhino box pin box. It is kind of small, which is probably a good thing because it probably doesn't weigh that much, but you can get an upgraded pin box from the factory. And this is the gross fuel weight for it. It's 21,000 pounds. And I like that they give you the max pin load, which is 5,250 pounds. Now just below the pin box, you do have some storage, and they give you a latch right up top here that will catch it for you. And as you can see, there is a ton of space in here. You can get a prep package for your generator, and you can get a Onan Marquise generator from the factory. This is basically your tank right here. But overall, really nice setup in here. Really big. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this design. I do like these colors, very neutral, not too busy. This RV does come prepped for side view cameras also. Outside speakers. And this does have frameless windows too. Large awning up top. And you do have optional slide toppers also. So overall, wide body fifth wheel. You do have a drop frame up front, and this does use a hydraulic 6-point auto leveling system too. I saw this on another RV, and this is a lease latch for your dog and has a 1,500 pound capacity. And to the left of that, you do have two 30-pound propane tanks. This is my favorite setup here. I like when you have both propane tanks right next to each other. You can obviously set this up to where when one runs out, it'll move over to the next one. But normally, I just like them close together. That way you can check them at the same time. And to the left of that door, you do have your storage compartment. Now this is gonna be 1.25 inch door. This is the biggest door I've ever seen on an RV so far. So let's just put it right here and then take a look at your storage compartment. You have a hard floor surface, which I love. I hate when they put carpet down here. And off to the side, you have your central vacuum cleaner, power outlet, and you have an outlet for your satellite. And then you do have lights too that are LED. And then you have aluminum frame construction. And this isn't that big, but it's adequate for something like this. And just below, you do have a propane hookup for your outside grill too. Now I've mentioned this in some of my other videos. I love having spray ports on this side. This is good, of course, to wash off your kids' dirty feet. You can wash off the steps before you put them in after a camping trip. Just a really good option to have right here. And they do give you power. And then here's your other speaker. You have one there on this side and then one right here. Motorized step above system, and this is a wide step also, so easy to get in and out of. And taking a look under here, you do have 14 ply tires, and you're going to have Dexter axles and then a Dexter suspension component also. And this is going to be a ST 235/85/16, and they're nitrogen filled tires also. One thing that I've mentioned in all my videos is I like the fact that they do use this material for the sidewalls for the slide. Most RVs normally use black, like my RV has it, and in the summertime this thing will heat up the RV. When you touch the wall from the inside, it is so hot, so it's really hard to cool down your RV when they do that. So I like that they use this material, like that's the same as the sidewalls here, as opposed to just using a cheaper material. And as you guys can see, you do have those slide toppers, which is an option, as I mentioned. Out back, they are using LED lights on the top and on the bottom, and you do have a prep package for your backup camera, and you do have a pretty large ladder too. There is no hitch out back, unfortunately, because it's just gonna have a drop frame in the rear. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, this slide and this slide are also gonna be rack and pinion, and these are hydraulic as opposed to electric too. Now, overall, this is gonna be a pretty big fifth wheel, but when you guys see the interior, it's gonna be well worth the size. Now, just below this slide out, you do have an area where you would dump from, and you do have a sewage hose carrier right here. Now, one thing I want to show you guys is this. Hold on one second. Normally when you have two bathrooms, they always give you two areas where you have to dump from. Cedar Creek somehow found a way to make it to where you only have one place to dump from. That's big kudos to them. This is a huge savings for you. I mean, not huge savings, I guess that's a extreme, but it is a savings, so you don't have to have two places to dump from and two extra hoses to deal with. But you do have your tire just below here, and it looks like they give you the same size tires, a Westlake tire, 14 ply. Just below here, you do have your freshwater drain, Suburban heater, 50 amp. Love that it's on this side, because I find that your power is typically on the side here, and when this is out back, you almost have to always use two cords. That's what I've found so far. But Suburban hot water heater, and again, check out how thick these doors are. And overall, I love this setup too. You can use this hose on the other side to wash things off with that spray port. I've said this many of other times, but as you guys can see, your hoses are here for your black tank flush and for your city water fill, and your valves are up top. So when you go to pull these valves, your hoses aren't in the way. Sometimes manufacturers will put these below these, and when you go to pull, these hoses get in the way. So this is a way better setup here, like that. Now they do give you a light here for your front cap lights, battery disconnect, and this is going to be for your winterization here. And if you want to fill your RV tank, you can pull this lever here to do that. So you have city connection and then you have tank fill. I like this better than having to go and fill up a tank using a hose. You can just do it easily by staying connected to the fresh water. Now, because this has a drop frame, they put your power cord reel up top here, which is pretty interesting. And it's power, so that makes life a lot easier. And having that drop frame gives you still a lot of space here to put things in and out where this not being in your way. Love that they did that. Really good attention to detail. You can tell that these people camp. Now, to the left of your compartment here, they do give you a panel for your hydraulic system and for your batteries. Now, this looks to be redesigned. In the past, I've heard of people having issues with this tank leaking, but this looks like they've redid it, so this might be better, and they might have fixed the problems that they've had in the past with this. And really quickly, I did not show you guys this. So this does have hydraulic slides, so that's how you would control those two from here. And in order to hook up your truck to your trailer, they have your system right here. And the reason why they put it on the outside, a lot of manufacturers put it on the inside, is because you have good line of sight to the hitch. Taking a look at the numbers, you do have a gross vehicle weight rating of 16,050 pounds. You're gonna have two Dexter axles at 7,000 pounds. And your cargo carrying capacity is gonna be 2,414 pounds, which is pretty big actually. And all things considering, I mean, this is a pretty big RV. So when you start adding options to it, you still have a lot left over when it's all said and done. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the inside, because I'm pretty sure my wife's excited to show it to you.
So already upon walking in, I love the light floors. I love the fact that they hide your screen and all your electrical stuff behind a panel. I don't like when I see it out. You can even put your wallet or some keys in here to hide that as well. The walls are a really light color. The fireplace wall is accented with a darker material, and it has a small fireplace here. It just feels bright and big and open already. I love the pendant lights, the fan. We wish we had a fan on our ceiling, and the countertop space. The island is absolutely huge. You can fit an Instapot or your crock pot here, and you would still have space over here to cut up some vegetables or other things for dinner, so I love that. So some wonderful kitchen upgrades. You have a convection, full-size residential microwave. You have a residential style stove, an oven, absolutely huge. You can fit a turkey in there.
And yeah, this is going to be a residential size refrigerator. So this is a full-time living RV, I would say. And I'm going to show you guys all this opened up, but you can pretty much fit everything you have at your house in this refrigerator. It has 2 freezers just below. I'm assuming that's what the smaller one is here. And then down below, you have a second one. Now, one thing I want to mention on this side is you do have a powered couch with USBs, and you do have a television, and it's pretty large actually for this area. So as the wife's cooking in the kitchen, you can watch TV, and we're going to show you the back of the RV here in a second, so that way you guys have a good idea. But overall, I really do like this RV. Even with, as Hannah mentioned, take a look at how big they make the planks too on the floor. It really does make it look upscale when you're inside this RV.
Even the floor vents, the detail on the floor vents, they look great. They did a really good job designing this. You have a pantry over here where you can fit your dry goods, your cereal boxes, all of that good stuff. And then you have a separate area, which I love. A back bunk area.
Wow.
This would be great for if you have children, whether they're young or older, or if you're traveling and you have grandkids come to stay with you or family and friends come to stay. It has a pull-out bed, a half bath, and its own entrance. So some really cool things about this room are it has a good size deep closet. You can hang stuff up here and along the back wall. You could also store all those extra cleaning supplies, seasonal things, anything you like. This is kind of your throw-all closet. Then it also has a desk area here. So if you're homeschooling your kids, or if you or your spouse works at home, like Justin does, this would be a great area to just keep your laptop, all of your papers, your files, all those things could go here. You could get a nice chair that slides easily under here. Has a TV up top. So even though you lack living room space in the main area, you do gain it back here. This room does not lack natural light. There are windows on all sides of the RV, which are beautiful. And it does not disappoint when it comes to storage. You have 6 pretty deep and big slow close drawers, as well as shelves on each side. Again, if you're homeschooling, you can put your materials in there, your arts and crafts. And then if someone is staying in here, they could have a pajama drawer, all of their personal belongings, toys, Legos, all of that good stuff here too. I love pocket doors. They are absolutely practical. They're beautiful. They don't swing out in narrow places like campers. I would vote for pocket doors in as many places as they could possibly put them. This is beautiful. So this is for the bathroom. When you're traveling, of course, you just hook it up here. So this is a small, simple half bath. You can put your toilet tissue there, extra supplies down below. And then there's enough space over here on the side for toothbrushes, anything for your nighttime routine, as well as a really big medicine cabinet where, again, you could just store more things. I love, again, the aesthetic of this camper. They did a really good job. They gave you an area on the wall for your hand towel, just even the look of the sink. It's all plastic, but it looks beautiful. And then you have your exit door here. So again, if you had someone traveling with you, they would have their own bathroom, entrance, pull-out bed, area to kind of sit and watch TV. Or if you have kids, they would have the same thing.
And if somebody blows that bathroom up, they can open the door and let it air out too.
That's right.
And one thing I wanted to show really quickly is check out how tall the ceilings are. They do give you actually an upgraded fan in here. I think that's a fantastic fan. And they give you AC up top. There's an AC vent there. It would be kind of hard to open that, but typically you can keep that open while you're camping. And this is how you control that fantastic fan. So stepping back out here, this fifth wheel does come equipped with 2 which require AC units. And I do like the fact that they give you the vents that you can close. So now that we live in our RV full time, fan and whisper quiet AC unit is on the next list for our next RV. Like those two things in the summertime will make life a lot easier.
Now this next area is what, in my opinion, makes this RV really unique. You have steps that come up here, and you do have RVs that offer a bunk or a loft area, but none that offer a bunk room and a loft.
Yes.
Like right on top. This is kind of cool. So again, you can have 2 people sleep up here, or even multiple if you have smaller kids. There's a very small storage space, maybe for a couple of books. I don't know what else you could store in there.
Yeah, not much.
And then just space for books and toys.
That little area over there is good for toys.
Windows, again, on on these sides. A net over here. They have a fan up here.
Wow, another fantastic kind of build.
They also have outlets for a TV if you'd like to put one. Although this RV already has 3 TVs standard with it, so I don't think you would need any more. Again, this is more for little kids, but I could fit. And I'm 5'2". Another cool thing this RV has is a central vac system. Your hose is in your basement, and then it also has an area where you can sweep dust into and it'll suck it right in there.
One thing I want to mention really quickly, look at the rustic look of these steps here. I like that they give you all the imperfections in it. Really good detail to that.
I a little bit feel like I'm on that show MTV Cribs. Do you remember that show?
Yeah.
I feel like this is like RV Cribs.
I know, this is like RV Cribs. I agree with that.
So come on back where all the magic happens. No. But the bathroom is what's up these steps, another pocket door, which I love, space for your towel hooks, and these are not as deep, but I prefer that because it's practical. You could each have, if you have a family of 4, you could have a basket in here for each person. Then you have ample storage under here, and also a place for your toilet tissue.
That's a good place to put that, actually.
Which during COVID season, you might want to do that in your house. Just kind of hide it, right? Again, more storage here, which is really nice. Shower's beautiful. Has a skylight, as most of them do, and glass door, which we've had some trauma in our own camper over, but this is beautiful.
Ours broke. There's like 4 fantastic fans. They don't give you the cheapies. They give you the nice upgraded ones in every area of this RV. I like that they do that.
All right, so this is where all the magic happens. You have a huge king-size bed, still plenty of space, and limo lighting. Wow, so romantic. Underneath the dresser. Large windows, plenty of sunlight coming in, TV above where the window is. I love the mirrors on this closet and how wide this is. As Justin probably already mentioned, this is a wide body, so you can actually see your entire outfit. In ours, I kind of have to like hop up on the bed and only get this view of an outfit. We don't have any other mirrors. This is beautiful.
I'm in awe.
I also love that they give you USBs by the bed, so you could plug in your phone and have room for a drink. We usually have to either put a light or a drink or a phone on ours. It's not that big, so you have to kind of choose what's important to you in the moment. This is nice.
Yeah, power outlets on both sides too.
Then you also have some towel hooks for robes, which I would love to have in our camper. We could add those aftermarket, but we have pictures up on our wall. I do like that. Then inside the closet, it is absolutely
This is crazy.
huge. Like, this is insane to me how much space is in here. I could walk in here. I could sit in here. There's so much space, guys.
Wow.
You could put your shoes, you could put scarves, hats. You could probably fit all of your seasonal clothes in this one closet. I will say, one thing I would consider for our next camper is having the ability to have a washer and dryer without compromising space. So we do have a washer and dryer prep inside our camper, but it's also inside of a cabinet area where we use that space when we need it. This, you could still have a side-by-side washer and dryer, or you could do a stackable one and still have plenty of space. I love that the clothes are high, so it doesn't get in the way if you did decide to do that.
And they give you lights in here too. And I'm sure you guys saw this, but this is already prepped with the satellite on the roof too. And you have everything pretty much already done for you. So all you have to do is just call the provider, hook it up, and you're in business. We haven't shown you guys any of the blinds, but you do have roller blinds, and they're pretty much room darkening, and they go up nice and slow. But hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Big shout out to Chesaco here. They did let us come in this RV. I know they just got it in, so big thanks to them for letting me take a look at it with my family. And if you are in the market, be sure to check these guys out. They have a really good inventory. They have Jacobs, which is one of my favorite brands, and I would definitely put this on a list of an RV that you might want to look at before you buy. See you in the next video.